Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is Star Wars Battlefront 2. We're on Naboo. This is Galactic Assault. And of course, at the very beginning, everybody's going to shoot across this massive expanse to try and clip a few quick kills and get some cheeky points. I am playing as the officer. I'm using a very powerful setup, and we're going to be having some fun this game because this is not like the traditional game I generally share. This is a very, very, very contested Naboo. This is my favourite kind of Galactic Assault, when both teams have got qualities and when it comes together in a clash of epic proportions. But I'm going to start off this early push by kind of being indecisive. I don't move on this left-hand side all that often, so I don't have a very aggressive pattern to do. I usually go on the right, but because I spawned and I ran this side, I'm kind of in a bit of a strange place. I'm in a bit of a purgatory right now. This is my limbo, because I want to be up where those droids are, but I know on the radar there's only 2 of our team that are that way. And if you don't push with your team on this game, it can lead to some pretty rough spots. And I'm also using a card that benefits my team, so I would prefer to stick with them to try and help them out, and them help me out, and then obviously get my hero and everything. But it's just not how it's working as it stands. So I reset by moving back on myself and pushing forwards. I don't know why I do this in games, but it gives me confidence. When I get back to familiar territory and I reassess the situation and I move forward again, I feel more capable. And this particular point here is quite a power point for us because our troops are spread out. So are theirs though. As that guy drops in with the... and I disrupt because I'm paranoid, and we see a lot of heavy players. Don't worry though guys, this is pre-patch. This is not heavy players being dickheads. This is just heavy players who like heavy. And I take a big hit there from explosive rounds, which is quite ironic considering right now. And then I start firing on that guy, clean him up. I see a guy rushing me, so I throw a grenade to meet him. I'm going to buff myself for the gunfight just in case. Pop him down on a 5-player kill streak. See a guy over there, pick him up. Looks like that's lagging. Guy behind me, can I take him on? Jesus Christ, this gun is good. He falls, I back up, and unfortunately he was followed by another guy with a CR2. But not to worry, we got 6,000 points, Chewbacca's available, and I'm going to be showing you a rather defensive but intelligent Chewbacca play that is not effective. And I should explain that, shouldn't I? So, I love playing as Chewbacca. He's probably my favourite light side hero. However, Chewbacca takes damage like a bitch. It doesn't make any sense. He doesn't seem to have half the defense that the Wookiee warriors do, even though he's like the most popular fucking Wookiee, right? Doesn't make sense. He has a lot of HP, but his threshold for regeneration is only 150, which means it might even be 100. So if you take any damage as this guy, it's generally permanent damage, and permanent damage trickles away your life decays, and you get to the point where you can't really do much with him. And what this does is it promotes bitch playstyles. And I don't think any hero should promote this at all, especially Chewbacca, right? But unfortunately, that's what it does, especially on Naboo. Picking Chewbacca at this point is a dumb idea to do because there's the threat of 2 tanks. 2 tanks are going to eat you alive. That's not even mentioning the ATT. That's not even mentioning if you get flanked by... Look at my life. I lost HP just then. Just by one dude shooting me as I was running away. And here comes a tank, so I have to fuck off again just as I activate my... I forget the name of this. It's got a very specific like sharpshooter mode that he has, which is really, really good. And there's a star card that enables him to take less damage during this, and I think I should probably work towards that because Chewbacca's HP it's just tragic. And you're going to see how tragic it is in this gameplay because I'm going to play as him 3 times. It might even be 4 actually. But I move across to the left. I've got my HP back. Maybe I didn't decay HP. I was just at the threshold where anything else would have been permanent damage. But as you can see from just the gameplay at this point, I haven't been able to be effective. I haven't really killed anybody. There's tanks everywhere I go. Chewbacca's fantastic at killing tanks, but he has to put himself in a vulnerable position to do it. And my biggest fear in this phase is getting flanked. And it's going to happen, which is a really, really good lesson to people looking to pick up Chewbacca and get good with him. And you might think, well Chris, if you don't like Chewbacca for this part of the push, why did you pick him? And the answer to that is quite simple. I wanted to get him so that all the heroes wouldn't be locked, because in this game, and in the games before this, we had a couple of competent players who were getting heroes pretty quickly. I would have loved to save my points till the next push and then pick Chewie there, but there's no guarantee that I will get him. So in my mind, what I'm thinking of is, I'm thinking of playing him defensively, backing up my team, causing as much havoc as I can, but doing it modestly, and then using him on the next push. And it just kind of doesn't work that way, and you're going to see why. Because there's mistakes, don't get me wrong, there's two big mistakes coming up. One of them is me getting spawned on, which is still my mistake, but it's one that you can forgive a bit more. The second one is I didn't do my Chewbacca combo on Palpatine, and I fucked up, and I die for it. And it's as it should be, really. If you mess up, you should lose, right? Couple of tips for Chewie, if you've never used him. You can charge his bolt caster, his bowcaster, sorry. And when the game first came out, you had to charge it to make it effective. It wouldn't shoot as it normally does, and that was one of the buffs that they gave to Chewbacca. Do you see what I just did to that tank? That's why the tanks as Chewie aren't that much of a problem. If you can hit the weak spot, you're going to love it. I see one of the advanced battle droids, I chuck my rape grenade, it doesn't do what I wanted it to do, how dare it, and then I run away back into the bubble. That move right there is Chewbacca's slam, and the good thing about it is it makes him move quicker than sprinting, so you can cancel out of it with a quick roll, and you can use it to get away. It's the same way you want to be using Han Solo's shoulder barge, because the shoulder barge itself is kind of garbage, but it's really good for mobility purposes, and you can even use a star card to make it give you more damage resistance. But this is where I make my first mistake. So the rocket launchers have pushed back to the next settlement, which means that the enemy's spawns have pushed up. I don't know what's going on with the guardrail here. I can't quite tell if the graphics are going off the tits or if this is how it's always looked, but it just looks weird right now. But watch me get spawned on and immediately melted. Watch this. So I'm shooting this guy. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. Permanent damage. Instantly. Look at that permanent damage. Look at all that damage. Why does Chewbacca take damage like that? It makes no fucking sense. That dude's just taken off like 200 HP off me, 250, for nothing, because he hit me a few times with a TL50. Like, what is that nonsense? It doesn't make sense to me. If I was Leia just then, I probably wouldn't have taken 1/5 of that damage. Why does Leia have so much damage resistance, yet a massive Wookiee doesn't? And all I can think of is it's the balance of him, because Chewbacca is really strong. Chewbacca kills infantry effortlessly. Chewbacca kills heroes effortlessly. The only thing I can think of for balance purposes is 100% make him squishy because he's that strong. So they've made him kind of like a glass cannon. But I don't think it suits what you think of when you think of Chewbacca. Like, I wonder if there's people out there saying, well, he takes so much damage because he's naked. Like, he's always naked, you know? That's what they look like. The other Wookiee warriors are naked and they take damage much better than Chewie does. In fact, for a long time, the Wookiee warrior was better than Chewie. The only thing that held it back was... Why the hell do I keep cutting my fingers? I've cut my finger again. Motherfucker. I don't know how I do it. Oh, I think I know how I do it. Shit, that's not good. Screwing my microphone stand in is cutting my fingers. I've just noticed. I've just had an epiphany. Thank you, YouTube. I just figured that shit out. Scooby-Doo mystery done. Anyhow... But right now, I know Palpatine's over there, and I want Palpatine. I've got Yoda with me, which is a fantastic combination for this, because Yoda can give me Yoda life. And I'm just going to fight some of the infantry, get rid of that captain, and here comes Palp. I activate my move, I throw the grenade, he dashes past it, and I should immediately use charge, but I don't. I brain fart, and I don't know why. That is mistake number one. We have a blue card Palpatine as we move towards the second push, and I'm pretty embarrassed at that. I shouldn't have died like that. There's no reason for it. Really, really bugged me during that moment, and probably bugged you guys too, if you've ever played Chewie, because you knew I made a mistake, you watched it. Whereas Yoda, getting in there, doing a real good job of pushing Palpatine back. And the good thing about this video, I think, as well, not only is it really competitive, but it's also proof you can stop Palpatine. Because this was back when Palpatine would single-handedly carry Naboo every single time. I've done it numerous times. But it just goes to show, if you can get a team willing to grit the teeth and get stuck in, you can stop anything. And that's what I love about this game. It doesn't matter who the best player is, doesn't matter like who the best team is really. If they're willing to get on that objective, they'll win. But I get cleaned up super quick there by Maul. Pushing forward now with a couple of heavies in tow. I run on the banister because I'm a cool kid. Jump off at the end, Sonic style, and then rush immediately back into the center room. This is my favourite push of Naboo. This is where shit gets crazy and where I get to do my best work. When you use the officer, you have to use the disruptor. The disruptor's my favourite star card in the game. Watch this, by the way. This Darth Maul's about to get real angry with me. I don't know who stunned him, but I'll take it. Look at that! How crazy was that? Was that a specialist grenade just then? Because if so, that makes no sense that he was stunned for that long. I don't know what happened. Did someone have Chewbacca? Whatever it was, thank you very much. Eat my dick, Darth Maul. Yoda rushes in, I rush in too. There's the disabler to stop the guns. There's a couple of shots on that guy. Take out the Joker. There's a bunch of trip mines. Everything's kicking off. There's a heavy. I'm dead. Did my best. Was that explosive sentry? Of course it was. Yoda's still sticking in there. 4,800 points. Back into the fray. Moving forward with the team. We got another Lando. Is that the second Lando we've seen so far? Dude, I love when people pick Lando. He's such a cool hero. But he has the same problem as Chewie. He doesn't die quite as fast as Chewie does, in my opinion. He's just too easy to kill. Interesting, that guy was disrupted. You see that? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, boys. Follow me, boys. Follow me, guys. We're disrupting. We're disrupting. Nobody followed me. It's just me. It's everybody on their team. It's a Bosk, and I'm dead. That's what bugs me the most. That's why I love playing with Lummy. In that situation, me and Lummy would have rushed in there, and we would have probably killed more people than I managed to do on my own. But there was 2 people on that door watching me rush in there like a maniac, and they didn't follow me. I turned their guns off, team. They couldn't shoot back, and you didn't even come with me. There's Maul again, by the way. This Maul is real up in our spawn with 2 Saber heroes, and he gets shit on. Interesting, that's Eagle Eye. I played with that guy yesterday. I didn't realise he was in this game. And I get destroyed by one of those super battle droids. But back into the fray. They have 50 tickets. They have a little bit on the left one. They've activated the right one. All we need to do now is just grit our teeth and get in there. We've got heroes crossing the void. He picked Luke, which makes me sad. I don't know why anybody picks Luke, but I'm happy that they do. Even though if they're on my team, I'm always sad. And you might be wondering, Chris, what's wrong with picking Luke? It's because he's shit. When you're in a contested match like this, you need to pick the heroes that do the work. You can't be picking the ones that couldn't do the work if it was gifted to them on a fucking postcard. You need the big hitters. And Luke is great if you like him, but it's just objectively, he loses out to everything. If you can pick Luke, you can probably pick Rey. And Rey gives the entire team buffs, which is exactly what you want. As I take out a couple of droids there and it's kicking off. I love this part. We got the Wookiees in this room. No one's challenging this room with those Wookiees. They just instill fear in people. I defuse that guy sprinting through the room. See a guy coming over there. Shoot him in the head. Guy to his left. Turret to my right. Another guy to my right. I'm probably going to die here because I'm overextending. Doesn't matter. I fold over, collapsible like a chair. And then that guy rushes in. And we're Chewbacca again. So hopefully, with my Chewie now, in this phase, I can do much more good. This is where I can definitely shine a bit more with Chewbacca. But unfortunately, we've lost it. Got them down to 26 tickets. They get 50 reinforcements for the push, but they have to get in 1 of 3 to /5 ways. Because there's 3 main entrances, and then there's 2 side entrances. And not a lot of people seem to know about the 2 side entrances, but we'll forget those for the moment. I'm just going to guard this door with these guys, cast as much damage as I can through there to deny them, and I'm hoping that our team is on the other sides. And I look on the map, and I don't see anybody on the right, which is kind of scary. And then I see a grenade, and I know exactly where they're coming from, because our team is incapable of spreading out. So there you go. I am Chewbacca. Sit down, bitches, and I take incredible damage, because Chewbacca is a bitch. Totally worth it, though, right? It looked fun. I throw the rape grenade, he rolls past it because lag or whatever. That was the Palpatine who just died then. So he's back on the class, back on the build to get another character. So Palpas has been neutralized, which is good to know. I activate the super mode, start shooting down that corridor, blast a couple of battle droids in the doorway. I've got a heavy with me pushing. One person's contesting it. Turn around, Chris. He's behind the Wookiee. Did you not see him? Oh my god, I didn't see him. I was too focused. I was too excited. That's going to happen later on as well. It's going to make me really sad. But what can you do? So, we managed to push them out. I'm going to do another cheesy wall kill with the slam because it's that good. And I'm going to run into the spawn, get my life back, push back into the center. It's been contested again. We've got a guy over there. Cast a couple shots that way. Back up, get blinded for 40 minutes because the flashbang should be buffed. And there's Palpatine again. Same Palpatine as well. So now I know he's here. I've got my grenade. I've got my slam. Hopefully I can stop him. So what do? We see Maul. Maul gets frozen. Maul's already dead. Palp comes in. Come on, Palp. Sit down, bitch. Get on your back, bitch. Where's he gone? There he is. Put him down, old man. I don't care what sleeping gown you're wearing. You're going down. So we get rid of 2 heroes. We get suppressed by Boba Fett. Very brave to pick a hero with such low life and no high ceilings. Someone is lighting me up right now, by the way. Is that supercharged sentry, do I hear? We've got a Leia. awesome to see a Leia coming in here. A lot of people sleep on Leia on maps that aren't, you know, cheesy ones where she can use her alt fire. Leia can get her HP back, and she can get damage reductions when she uses that automatic firing weapon, so Leia can be really effective if you use her. And I really like using Leia on this push as much as a lot of people think it's taboo. There's Boba Fett, by the way, taking hits like a champion just then. Couldn't quite get him because of the collision. I'm going to try and do a big slam, and I think I'm going to get fucked for it, but it doesn't matter. It was fun. There's Phasma rushing in. There's the Dioxis grenade from Bosk. Super close game right now. Both lead scorers are tied on eliminations. They have 25 tickets, one person contesting. We have to get in the middle. I get boosted on the spawn, rushing back in. I see we've got wall hacks. This is what happens when you have a Rey. This is what we should have had the entire game, but you know, I never pick her, so it's my fault as well. Couple of guys over there. Droid jumps to the left, droid's in the middle, we got a Wookiee. What are you doing, Chris? Use the overload on him so he can't. There you go, disrupted him. Can't fire back, put him down. 2-player kill streak, fuck up on my reload. 2 people were losing it, get in the middle, can't get in the middle, get put down by the Palpatine guy with purple cards. Obviously pay to win, right? 10 reinforcements left. Get in that room, Chris. I charge forward as Chewbacca. You're about to see what happens when you get kind of disorientated and melted, because I think this is the part where I'm not quite sure where they are, where they're coming from, and it ends badly for me. But it ends worse for this Darth Maul, which is, what's that, the 3rd time we've killed Darth Maul in this video? And then boom, right now, there's a guy who's going to sneak up on me with a Vanguard. Watch my HP. See that? See that chunk? He took off 3 squares. What a beast. I'm telling you guys, Chewie dies so fast, it's not even funny. So all 6,000 points wasted. All I wanted to do was get in that room and get rid of as many people as I can. A lot of people will look at that as bad play with Chewbacca, and it was, but at the same time, at least I'm that hero that goes in the room and tries to help and stop the enemy. I'm not the hero sitting in the back hoping to, like, not die and shit. I'm getting stuck in. Here's a Darth Vader. Darth Vader's getting shredded. There's a Palpatine. There's the chain lightning. Puts us down. I got 3,000 battle points for that. I'm rushing forward again. Come on, team. Keep pushing forward. Contested 1 person. Overtime begins. 30 points up. Palps on the right. Whoever that dude is on the left. We've got a heavy on the left door. We're moving through the doorway. Bunch of our team. There's another one of the Darth Mauls. Can I kill him again? That'd just be embarrassing, right? I can't see a fucking thing. Please buff the flashbangs. They're too weak. Bunch of guys from my left, puts me down. John gets me with the blurg. Tons of explosions, back into the fray. 2 people contesting, overtime continues. We've got a Luke again. Fucking kill me now. Stop picking him! He sucks! Back into the fray. What can we do? There's the disruption. Yoda's in the middle, keeping them all off. How many left? A couple of guys across there. Start shooting across the fray. Everybody's dropping. Grenades exploding. Lasers flashing. What is happening? Conan rave. A couple of officers in the middle of the turret. I get immediately put down by a Vanguard. That's depressing. And Chewbacca's in again. Come on, Chewie. This is it. 3 people contested. Rocket Trooper and Chewbacca coming in to change everything. What can we do? Enters the super sexy furious bowcaster. There's a Bosk. Kill the Bosk. Immediately get melted from behind. Look at my HP. What the fuck, dude? Why is Chewie so weak? It's so silly. He's a goddamn Wookiee. Anyway, overtime's bleeding out. Can we push them away? Can we stop them? Rushing back in. Go for the... Oh, can we stop them? Do we stop them? Run into them? Stop them? Anything? And there you go, guys. Super contested. 58 eliminations. What was that? 27,000 score. That, my friends, was a great match. That was 2 teams trying to do everything they can to win, and that's all I ever ask, and that's why it's so fun to watch and even more fun to play. Thank you for watching. You take care now.